cyber attack can grind everything to a halt. Cisco Security keeps your network and your company moving forward. Because if it's connected, it's protected. Cisco.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful Wednesday evening. My name is Roshni, and I work as a technical consulting engineer with Cisco IoT. Now, before we begin, can I see a raise of hands of all the folks that are super excited to join us today? Wonderful. Now, I'm going to change that question just a little bit, all right? All the folks that are excited, but with a pinch of nervousness, butterflies in tummy, just a lot of mixed emotions. Come on, guys. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So when I was told to host this event, right, in my head I was thinking, how do I get started? How do I begin this? How do I reach you guys, right? And that's when I did the most obvious thing. I Googled and I used a certain AI tool and I typed, fun ways to describe college to corporate transition. And the responses I got, I'll tell you, wasn't relatable to me at all. That's when I realized I should probably talk about my own experience, right? Because that'll make more sense. So 4 years ago, let's go back in time, 4 years ago, it's 2019, wherever you guys are sitting right now, here, virtually, wherever, I was in your shoes. I was in that exact same position, okay? And at this point, as much as I knew the placement season's coming, I'm excited, new career, job, all of that, I was equally nervous. I was overwhelmed. I just wanted a job. I wanted to know what the corporate world had in store for me. I wanted to know how I could use my skill set, what to expect, what to not, what's my career gonna look like. Just a lot of questions in my head. Now, the reason I say that is because I understand that most of y'all might be on the same page. Most of y'all might have similar questions in your mind. And that is exactly why we are here today, presenting to you Cisco and all our stories. We'll tell you everything that you need to know about Cisco. Now, we'll talk about Cisco's technologies, we'll talk about Cisco's culture, things that we do here, fun things that we do, and just basically life at Cisco. During the registration process, we asked y'all to, there was an option for y'all to ask us a question. A lot of you did. We've gone through them, and we'll try and answer most of them during today's presentation. But if you guys still have any further questions for us throughout this session, on the chat for the folks especially who've joined us virtually, on the chat, on the screen that you see, that you have right there, you have a chat option where you can type in your question and share with us so our panelists can take them up. That said, I want to reiterate that the next 60 to 70 minutes is for you guys. It's very important because this is for you to find out if Cisco is your place. So do pay attention, listen, make notes if you'd like, ask questions. All right, let's get started. So I now want to introduce someone very, very special. Now, the reason I say very, very special is because when I got into Cisco, it was her name that I saw on my offer letter in big bold letters. And when you guys get into Cisco, it's going to be her name on all of your offer letters as well. She is the mastermind behind the hiring process. She is the lead of Emerging Talent Recruiting, APJC region. So please put your hands together for Priyanka Bhagat.
Thank you, Roshni. Thank you, everyone. Little more excitement? A little more? Awesome. And this was not for me, this was for you all. So I hope, and I'm so glad that you're as excited as we are, right? But this is just the beginning. Believe me, we have so much more packed up today for you guys that you will get a glimpse and a view to the world of Cisco. And some of you may say, why Cisco? Right? How many of you say that? You know it? Then I should just say thank you so much. Okay, so why Cisco? What makes it so special? For me, it's the values, it's the culture, and most importantly, is the people. We are super proud to be part of this special organization. So if I can simply put it, we talk Cisco, we walk Cisco, and I'm sure some of you can relate to a famous Bollywood dialogue, but truly, we live Cisco. And so does our families. I think you can talk to anybody from Cisco and their families will know more than Cisco than the employees. So we actually live Cisco every moment. It's a way of life for us. Our employees are at the heart of everything that we do. And what do I mean by that? What do you think? Why some of your seniors are very happy here? Anybody wants to say one or two things? Shout out. Work culture, see? What else? What else have your seniors told you? Employee well-being, excellent. What else? One more thing. Sorry? Work-life balance, yes. That you will definitely get to know once you're in. Just kidding. But yes, employee well-being is extremely important for us. We value everybody's ideas. We value. So the voices of the employees are heard, the ideas are valued, and their well-being is prioritized. Extremely important for us. And how many of you know what is Cisco's purpose? It's right there on the slide, but if you have done a little bit of reading, yes? Anybody? Powering an inclusive future for all. Not just the employees, but everybody across the world, right? And we've been rated as the best places to work across multiple countries around the globe. And that's because Cisco is creating that level of impact in people's lives. Did you know that Cisco telepresence is being used for telemedicine across 100 countries, and more than 4,000 healthcare organizations are using this solution. How many knew this already? Okay, so a little bit more reading required about Cisco, right? So for example, right, I mean, if you take a very critically ill patient in a remote village in, say Jordan, gets a specialized virtual consultation from top doctors sitting in, say, New York or Chicago, right? And when you talk about internet, do you know that 90% of the world's ISPs are powered by? A little loudly. Awesome. So that's what we are. But when we are doing this, what is that one thing that Cisco ensures? Security, right? When we are making life happen, security is essential. And some of you may know it, Cisco's security products in 2022 blocked about 100 billion malware threats across the globe. Did we know that? Yes, I love that. And how many of you want to work in security? Wow, see that. But you know what? It's not all about just technology. How many of you have heard about Network Academy? Excellent. So the Network Academy team provides IT education and certifications to about 3 million people across the world every year. And about 95% of these students have claimed, you know, they get better job opportunity or educational opportunity after these certifications. But how is all of this possible? It's possible because of diverse people getting together, working in collaboration, and collaboration is key. If you see how we are forming partnerships with our customers, government offices, non-profit organizations, and even our competitors, what are we doing? We are creating an impact, a massive impact. So collaboration is key. And when I say diverse people, these are people from different regions, speaking different languages, bringing in different thought process, different ideas, but working towards a common goal. So inclusion becomes extremely important for us. So much so that we foster an environment which is inclusive, diverse, and which encourages employees to bring their whole selves to work, right? Where they can develop their skills, they can follow their passion, and most importantly, they can be the catalyst for social change. So how many of you want to make an impact? And how many of you want to change the world? And how many of you want to look for a workplace that encourages and values your growth and your ideas? All of you, then come and join us and discover the culture and discover the greatness of this organization. That was fun, isn't it? So Cisco is making the world a beautiful and a better place to live in. But we, the people of Cisco, are making Cisco a wonderful way of life. So come, be part of this, and let's create an impact which is massive. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Over to you, Samta.
Thank you, Priyanka. Good evening, everyone. All right, my name is Samta, and I am Emerging Talent Recruiting Leader for India. And today, we are going to talk about living inclusion at scale in every aspect of our strategy, thought process, our leadership, our vision to bring awareness at scale and acquire talent at scale. In the current atmosphere, skill-based hiring is challenging the traditional degree, GPA, and campus-based hiring model. A lot of these platforms moving forward are getting inclusive in nature, and most of hiring in future will be contest, hackathon, and ideathon based. So when so much is happening in the industry, what is Cisco doing in this space? We are not just talking about inclusion, we are truly living inclusion. We are enabling it. 8 years back when I joined Cisco, the campus recruiting ask was to get bachelor's and master in different disciplines. It was to go to specific set of university, set threshold for GPAs. But today, the new normal is all about resilience and empathy at workplace. And hence, we bring to you inclusive skill-based hiring via programs like Cisco Ideathon. And the success of this program inspired another great program which we have recently launched, Code with Cisco, so that we are able to acquire diverse talent at scale. Also, One other thing about Cisco Ideathon and Code with Cisco program is that they aspire to transform the traditional campus-based hiring model. These programs are all about fueling a capability-based selection process where we offer opportunity to every top talent across the country, because we believe that the talent exists across India in its tier 1, tier 2 city, towns, and villages. And through these platforms, we want to offer this diverse population an opportunity to participate in a unique talent selection process for a dream career at Cisco. One other thing which is special about this inclusive hiring is that we are not just making the platform inclusive, we are also making that your journey is inclusive. Hence, as part of our interview process, we are no longer going to ask you your name, your degree, your GPA, scores that you've received, or specialization you come from. You can be computer science background students, or electronics. Even a civil engineer or a ceramic engineer has equal opportunity to participate, because the focus is going to be on your project work, on your skill sets, on your extracurricular activities, on your learning, your curriculum, because we want to create a level playing field for each one of you so that you compete on common ground basis your skills and not the background that you come from. One other thing that we did this as a pilot, and because of the success, we are going to obviously follow this principle. But also to make sure whether we are heading in the right direction, we kind of connected with a bunch of students who were able to secure offers with us, and also a bunch of students who did not secure offer with us, so that we get a holistic perspective in terms of how we are doing from inclusive recruiting. And we were very pleased to see that students were very, very open and candid about their feedback. Firstly, they said that we like the whole idea of that Cisco is masking a lot of information so everybody gets a common platform. And secondly, they say that we always perceive that organizations were inclined towards either higher GPAs or very, very specific skill set for some of the roles that they hire for. And that made us extremely proud to see Gen Z truly resonating with the idea of inclusive interview. With that, I will close it with this one thought, that our vision is clear. We want to make an inclusive and sustainable future. We want to build talent for industry, because we thrive when the community in which we operate thrives. Hence, we will build programs like Cisco Ideathon and Code with Cisco, so that you all are more aware, and each one of you sitting in this room and watching the presentation live broadcast get to choose the role of your choice, what you aspire for. With that, thank you so much. Wishing you all the very best for your upcoming placement, and thank you again. With that, over to you, Roshni.
Thanks, Samta. A lot of you had questions on the hiring process, on the eligibility criteria, and a lot of other questions along the same lines. I'm pretty sure, with Priyanka's talk and Samta's talk, a lot of that is clear now. With that, let's move on. Getting a job is one thing, getting placed in a company is one thing, but understanding what the company does and understanding how it works is a whole other thing. I really believe it's important for all of you emerging talent to understand and connect with the company's vision and mission. Because when you have that connection with the company, everything that you do at your work, you'll eventually love it. So with that, let me now introduce someone who works really hard at Cisco. He's a project manager at Cisco. His name is Akhil. And Akhil, as you take them through the next segment, I also have a question for you. How important is it for the emerging talent to understand the vision and mission of company when they're looking for jobs?
Thanks, Roshni. So that was actually a pretty good question. Did you know a focused company's mission and the cohesive core values are very important in maintaining employees? And when we asked our Cisco employees that in a time where people are regularly changing jobs, regularly switching companies, what is that one thing that makes them stay at Cisco, not just for years, sometimes even for decades? Did you know what they came back with? The one reason for their mainstay at Cisco is their belief in the Cisco's value system, and not just that, the Cisco's mission and vision, which they have imbibed within themselves. Cisco is transforming the lives of educators, learners, communities by the power of technology, by the power of education, by the power of opportunities that we are giving. And not just that, Cisco, not just as a company, but as a family, we are very committed towards bringing a positive global impact. We aim to create a positive global impact, and this aim reflects Cisco's commitment, Cisco's vision to help people across the world. And we also aim to impact the lives of 1 billion people across the world by 2025. Cisco is also focused on helping cities, countries, communities, and different companies as well, who look up to Cisco, in fact, to connect everything and everyone by building highly secure, intelligent platforms for their digital business. And as you know, our logo says, be you with us. Cisco enables you to bring your authentic self every single day. Having said that, let's now go a step further. Let's look at what Cisco is all about. Let's have an overview of Cisco, right? Cisco's primary focus has always been shaping the future of how people connect and work. And this was evident in our mission statement, which we saw previously. Since Cisco's inception, Cisco's engineering teams have become market leaders in IP-based networking technological developments. And today, with almost 80,000 people across the globe, we are ensuring this culture, this tradition of innovation continues with our industry-leading products and solutions in our core development areas. And not just that, the technologies Cisco is providing to the industry, they are helping bridge gaps between various sectors like healthcare, education, etc., which enables us and gives us the access and ability help change lives. So you might have heard a lot about Cisco's innovation. We are doing that. You will hear about it more. So just to give you a brief about Cisco's innovation, Cisco has a very structured innovation strategy. What does Cisco do? Cisco does not just innovate things, right? We also ensure that the entrepreneurial spirit within each one of us is maintained while maintaining the responsibility and accountability part of it. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Cisco has around 5 pillars for its innovation strategy. Can anyone tell what are those 5 pillars? Let's see if you have done your homework well. Anyone? Okay, like just Priyanka said, you need to read up, right? Okay, Cisco has basically 5 pillars: build, buy, invest, partner, and co-develop. You will hear more about these in the next slides. But we heard investing, right? Cisco invests $6.8 billion annually on its research and development wing. This level of investment shows Cisco's commitment towards maintaining the market leadership, and not just that, coming up with industry-leading cutting-edge technologies. Not just that, we have around 23,000 plus patents in our name thanks to our R&D. And to go a step further, we have around 10,000 plus registered and are already in progress. So we are driving innovation at scale. And you might have heard it is very difficult to be world #1 market leader. But what is more difficult? To sustain that, to stay there for long. So how does Cisco do that? So talking about Cisco's strategy, right? Cisco identifies key market transitions, captures those market transitions, and also drives those market transitions. And Cisco's corporate acquisition is a major part of it. Cisco has done around 215 plus acquisitions till date. And how does it do that? There are multiple strategies we use. And when we just don't go and acquire companies where we have a nice profit. Obviously, money is a part of it, right? But what is more important for Cisco? We need to have a very strong technical business case. And not just that. We want to ensure the culture, the values of our companies we are partnering with or we are acquiring, it should resonate with Cisco. They have to be compatible with our value system. That is also important for us. And not just that. Today, with the presence of almost 100 companies, I think around 270 plus offices, $51 plus billion in revenue, we are striving every single day to make meaningful differences in the lives of our people, our customers, our partners, every single one. Because we believed in shared success that will benefit everyone. The growth of Cisco, the focus of Cisco, the growth of our customers and partners, the lives of people around us, everything is connected. Because the Internet of everything starts from here. And everything starts with you guys, right? Having said that, let's take you a deep dive into Cisco's technological segment. And when we were thinking who would be the right person to kind of take you through this ride, there was one name that came to our mind, right? Prapanch Ramamurthy. Prapanch joined Cisco as an engineer And in his 15 years of experience, right, he has had many roles, starting as a consulting engineer, technical leader, and now he's working as a principal architect over here. And over to you, Prachon, to take them to the next section of the jolly ride for the technological segment. Thank you, Vince.
Thanks, Akhil. Hey, everyone. Very good evening to you all. If you were, a lot of what Akhil said is not true, by the way. No, I'm just kidding. My name is Prapanch. And if I was in your position 15 years ago, like he said, and if you're like me, probably not, but if you're like me, if you just seen what a company had presented, imagine a company not wanting to know your name. And my name is a very difficult one to say. So I would have been first to sign up and say, yes, please hire me. But what I have seen from the kind of questions especially that have come in is what we have here is an extremely mature group of students. And actually that has led to a lot of butterflies in the stomach for some of the speakers. We were just joking about it. But I saw some of the questions that you had, really mature questions. And so we'll try and answer some of those over the next 15 minutes or so when I'm going to be here on stage. So not too long ago, probably about 6 months ago, we had a similar group of students in this room. And some of you may or may not have been there at that time. I see a few head nods. And we asked them a question, basically a fill-in-the-blank style question. Cisco is a blank company. So people had to fill up, and I already see networking, someone saying that. And we just came up with, OK, what's going to be the most common theme that comes up? And what you see in front of you is basically what we saw as a theme, right? Generally, Cisco is a networking company, a hardware provider, a hardware company. Yes, we see security, software development as there. But generally, you see Cisco is strong in the networking space, at least in the word cloud. And that is true. That is 100% true. Cisco started out as a company that connected people regardless of where they were in this earth. And that is our forte. We like to say it out loud and proud. Cisco is 100% a networking company. At the same time, Cisco is many things beyond that. Some of that you already saw. It's a fun place to be, right? It's a really great place to make friends and meet people. It really cares about you. But technologically speaking, Cisco is also a very innovative company. In the previous slide, you saw a number for the number of patents. What's that number? Anyone remember here? 23,000 plus patents, right? Any normal company which is not innovative will not have those many patents. So Cisco is an innovative company at heart. We value innovation a lot. Cisco is a software company as well. A lot of what we build, while network is our core strength, is also software. And you will see examples of that over the next 10 minutes or so. And Cisco puts customers first, always. We work with our customers, identify what their problems are and what their needs are, and we make sure that we are innovating for what's best for them, and not just what's best for us. OK, so talking about Cisco being an innovative company, Cisco has invested in a lot of different areas. I think Priyanka spoke about security. I'm really glad some of you raised your hands because I'm from the security space. I would love to see you all on the team. But security is a key area where Cisco has been investing and innovating a lot. A lot of the patents are probably in the security space. Beyond security, Internet of Things, you've heard of that term. It's been around for a while. Cisco is a leader in that space as well, with many innovations and patents there too, including custom projects. And it's not just about innovations. Cisco has also been driving the industry towards a more standardized approach in a lot of these areas. And what that means, it's creating the path for others to follow by developing these standards. So what is Cisco's priority? So a couple of years ago, Cisco came up with these strategic pillars, as we like to call it, of priority. Don't try to squint your eyes and actually see what is there. There's a lot of words on this, I realize, absolutely. And this will be there for you to see later. You just Google or whatever search engine you use, you will find this. We're going to touch upon some of these areas as we go forward and show you exactly what Cisco has been doing and how you've been part of that journey without even realizing that. So talking about that, let's do a little bit of a mental exercise, right, in your mind's eye. Imagine this is you. You're just getting up from the bed in the morning. Apart from going to the bathroom or brushing your teeth or whatever, what is typically the first thing most people do when they get up in the morning? Check their phones. It also says that on the picture. No, it wasn't meant to prompt you to say that, but If you're like me, you probably do the same thing. A lot of the people in this world do that. What do you check in those phones? Notifications of what kind? Messages, social media, yeah, instant messaging, any social media apps, switch off the alarm. Yeah, absolutely. That's probably one thing that people do, absolutely. But yes, absolutely. Instant messaging, social media, that's prevalent across this world. Check your emails maybe, right? If you're getting some emails, you might check those and clear those off too. Imagine all of these things that are made by these huge corporations and companies worldwide, really popular, really famous ones. Guess who powers their networks? Can't hear you. Cisco. Exactly. Cisco powers their networks. So you all are indirect users of Cisco from the moment you wake up in the morning. Most of the Fortune 500 companies are powered by Cisco. Let's go further in the day. You've woken up, had your breakfast, you go out to maybe meet your friends or whatever. And while you're walking, you see a street vendor selling pani puri or whatever is your, whatever is your favorite. And you're like, yes, I need to have this. So you go there, order whatever, one plate or whatever it is. And you decide that you need to pay that person. How do most people pay? UPI. Yeah, I'm not looking for names of apps necessarily, but yes, UPI, absolutely. Most of this country has transitioned over to UPI. In fact, if you look at the average value of transactions that we are seeing in this country, it's a really mind-boggling number. I just Googled that trillion stands for lakh crores. So I don't know how many zeros that is, but it's a huge number. And guess what? Who powers? I didn't have to complete the question. I'm so happy. I'm saving time. Exactly. Cisco does. Most of the major financial institutions in this country are powered using Cisco technologies in terms of connectivity and also in terms of security. How long does it take for you to make a transaction on UPI? Seconds. That's the speed at which things need to be connected. At the same time, it's actually money of yours that's being sent from one person to another. So that also has to be secured. And directly or indirectly, you're using Cisco in order to make sure your transactions are safe and secure. So you've seen how Cisco is basically there from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, potentially. So if this isn't close enough to heart for you, by the way, what you see there are some of the solutions. SD-WAN is the one that connects all of these various locations and banks and whatever that may be, and your firewall and ICE and intrusion prevention systems. A lot of what you've been learning over the past 4 years or so, Cisco is there everywhere in all those technology areas. So now if UPI isn't close enough to heart for you, close enough to home for you, here's another question. And this one's more about where your hometown is, not about where you're from. I know a lot of you in this room are from Bangalore, but think about your hometown when you're answering this question. So how many of your hometown is Jaipur? Hand raise. See, I see a couple of them in the room. And if you're on Cisco TV or on the webinar watching it, use the chat and do put it in there. Okay, how about this next one, Belagavi, Belgaum. Okay, little bit more hands, 5, 6 odd hands. Difficult to see the ones at the back, but I see them. How about Bhubaneswar? Great, I see one person's hand. I'm sure there's more. I heard there's like 50,000 people on the webinar, so I'm sure there's a lot more. How about Gurugram, Delhi? It's close to Delhi, you can say Delhi as well. 2, 3. You guys are shy when it comes to raising your hands. Raise your hands like you mean it, is how we say it. Yes, exactly. Why are we talking about people's hometown? Well, the list isn't stopping there. There is a lot more to the list. What's the common thing that ties all of these together? The first answer that you all gave. Cisco, exactly. Cisco is the one that ties all of this together. And I heard some of you say smart cities. And I'm glad you all are keeping up with pace, keeping up pace with the news basically. All of these are smart city initiatives that the governments of those respective states and this country have been running for the past few years, all towards the mission of digitizing this country. And Cisco has been one of the key technology partners. So when you talk about smart city, some of the things that you're thinking about, smart cameras to track traffic, to make sure you're optimally routing traffic, also capturing traffic violations. I don't know if you've received any fines, but I know of people that have received fines for not wearing seat belts and stuff. How does that work? It's all smart. But guess what? Cisco develops the technology for it to keep you safe on the road. You all have probably heard of public Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi that citizens can avail, and you might have used it if you're from any of these places. All of this is powered by Cisco technology. Again, keeping with the theme of Cisco being there in every aspect of your life from the moment you wake up. In fact, if you're using WebEx to join, probably WebEx is not the only technology you're going through right now in order to connect. Right? There may be many others, including wireless, IoT, 4G or 5G connectivities. A lot of the service providers are powered by Cisco as well. So we are there in your hometown too. And we're there probably in your homes too. Now, let's take it a step further. Let's take it beyond what you can possibly imagine where Cisco might be. And tell me if I'm correct or not after this. So what is common between all of these? OK, this time the answer is not Cisco. This time the answer is not Cisco. OK, network, connectivity. Think like crazy, think wild. I said it's beyond your imaginations. Moon, you're getting close. Yeah, space, moon, you're getting close. Basically, the common thread between all of these, Luna 2, Neil Armstrong, Cisco WebEx, and Amazon Alexa, is the fact that they are the first of their kind to reach or on the moon. Cisco WebEx and Alexa, yes, absolutely. They are going to be on the moon as part of NASA's Artemis 1 mission. So Cisco is enabling you to leave Earth basically without leaving home behind. Now, if you know anything about space, like me, you know that space is a very hostile environment. Things that work on this Earth here don't work on the space. And the same holds true for technology as well. You can't wear these clothes out in the moon. Same thing, you can't use the same WebEx that you're using here today out in space, especially when your astronauts' lives potentially depend on it. So that means Cisco has to innovate in partnership with our customers, in this case, NASA. So Cisco has developed new solutions to enable WebEx to run near real time, even when you're there out in space near the moon. So as I said, Cisco is well beyond your wildest imagination of where you might be, even leaving the Earth at this point of time. And this is not all, right? So this is not the, this is a few of the examples that we took here, but these are not all of the examples. So there's a few more that you'll see here, and some of them might be familiar to you. The Olympics, for as far as I remember, Cisco has been the network solution provider partner, at least as far as my memory goes, since I've been in Cisco at least. Any Formula One fans? If you're like me, you see Cisco right there. McLaren Formula One team. Cisco has been by their side for a number of years now. Dubai Expo that happened in 2021, not in 2020, though it's called Expo 2020. Cisco was the technology partner over there as well. FIFA World Cups, I know this only says the next one, but for a large number of years, Cisco has been there. IPL, if you used in the OTT platform to watch IPL, Cisco powered that OTT platform as well. So Cisco is there in many, many, many of these places, in many aspects of your daily lives. A lot of Cisco solutions are powering these things that you're using and taking benefit of on a day-to-day basis. And that's the power of Cisco. So what actually fuels all of these technologies? We spoke about security, we spoke about IoT, 4G, 5G, et cetera, et cetera. All of these things that Cisco does are basically powered by skills that you possess, things that you've been learning over the past few years and will continue to invest and learn on. So this is the technology stack. And as you can see, this, while what is here is just representational, the list could be much larger than this. So you're talking about programming languages. You take Python, you take Golang, or whatever else you may be proficient in. A lot of these solutions are built on top of that. So if you've been building skills on those, great. Your skills are directly applicable to what we do here at Cisco. AI/ML, I know that's one of the things that everyone's been looking to build their skill set on, 100%. I spoke about automatic number plate recognition for traffic violations. Guess what? That's AI/ML. That's artificial intelligence to be able to do that. Databases, front-end development in terms of UI and user experience, you will see this list basically covers all of those aspects. So what you're learning and what you're proficient in and what you should be looking to learn and develop skills upon are what you find in this technology stack here. And all that Cisco develops and builds are powered through people like you having these skills, coming and joining us and helping build this for us. So going back to the original slide that we had, Cisco is a blank company. I hope that what we spoke about over the past 10, 15 minutes or so answered some of those questions also that you would come up with. One of the common questions that was in the list of thousands of questions that you had submitted was, I want to know more about the kind of innovations that Cisco is doing. I would like to learn more about how Cisco works with its customers to actually solve problems that Cisco has. And in fact, as you probably realized, Cisco is not just solving the customer's problems, Cisco is solving the world's problems. Cisco is solving the problem for the community, for powering an inclusive future for all, as Priyanka said earlier. So Cisco is a networking company, yes. Cisco is an innovative company. Cisco is a software company as well on top of all of this. So now it's time to watch a video of some of our great Cisco colleagues who are going to talk a little bit about, in a really fun way, what they think about Cisco and how they are going to say what Cisco is all about as a software company. So if you can play the video now, please.
You wake up every day, you look around and say nothing's really changing, just another day. But you're no spectator, as you're a damn doer. You got the superpower and have no patience for later. If coding is your passion and software is your dream, if you have the skill and will, you're the one to run the world. Your skills are needs, your questions are dreams, your passion are teams, your code are goals. 4, 3, 2, 1. From managing sporting events to making social impacts, from powering space missions to saving our planet. If coding is your passion and software is your dream, if you have the skill and will, you're the one to run the world. From 5G to full stacking, from SaaS to ethical hacking, from automation and orchestration to IoT cybersecurity. You can be Gen Z with no degree, a topper or a showstopper, from a village or a metro, navy or a retro. If coding is your passion and software is your dream, if you have the skill and will, you're the one to run the world. Cisco, making life happen quietly.
Wasn't that a lovely video? Now, just FYI, this is not some random video picked out of some YouTube channel. These are our employees. This is our campus, and everything that you saw is live at Cisco. But more on that a little later. So now that we've understood things from a technical aspect, let's deep dive into understanding the different roles available in Cisco and how one can grow in Cisco. Now, when you meet some leaders who are working here, right, they tell you things like they are born and brought up in Cisco, and they've been working here for the last 25 to 30 years. Why do you think that is? Why do you think people stick around for that long? 25, 30 years is a very, very long duration. Now, I've known people who've gone from customer experience to engineering teams, from engineering teams to, let's say, sales, and from sales to HR and whatnot. It's a big world within Cisco, and we have the freedom to explore whatever role that we want to. Now, that said, let me introduce Rohit, who is a software engineer that works with us. And Rohit, as you come here, let me ask you a question as well. What does one Cisco, many careers mean? And can you also throw some insights upon the different roles and responsibilities that we have in Cisco?
Sure, Rashmi. Cisco is a global technology company that securely connects everything and makes anything possible. My name is Rohit Saluja, and I work in the routing protocols team here at Cisco. The success of Cisco products and services is rooted in the various business functions that work in tandem towards our mission. Engineering, people in communities, customer experience, supply chain operations, sales and marketing, Cisco IT, and global procurement services are the different business functions at Cisco. All of us here heard Prapanch talk about how Cisco is touching the lives of billions of people, not just through the internet, but otherwise as well. Each and every leaf that you see here plays a crucial part in connecting everything. Software engineers design, develop, and test products. Customer consulting engineers work with customers to provide excellent services and support. Data scientists analyze data to solve business problems. These are mere glimpses into what you could be doing at Cisco. One of the aspects that Cisco focuses on is growth. And I'm not talking about business growth. I'm talking about growth of its employees. Talent rotation at Cisco enables us to learn new and relevant skills, expand our professional networks, accelerate collaboration, and grow in our careers. Back when I was graduating, I was very worried. What if I want to explore something new? What if my passion drifts away from my current role? Cisco makes anything possible. As a Cisconian, I've always found support and encouragement for all my endeavors beyond the boundaries of my role or technology. Through various hackathons, innovation challenges, and passion projects, my team, a routing protocols team, has been developing ideas in the domains of AI, blockchain, 6G, just to name a few. Are you wondering how to step into the unknown? How to get ahead of the competition? Or maybe you are wondering, will AI shrink our jobs? Cisco has got you covered. At Cisco, you are always surrounded by opportunities and means to constantly upskill. Don't just take my word for it. Let me ask this question to one of our technical consulting engineers, Abhiram. Abhiram, do you think AI is going to replace us at our jobs?
Thanks, Rohit, for that question. Good evening, everyone. To answer Rohit's question, I want to take you all back in time. Think about the first time, your first experience with mobile internet. Mine goes back to 2011. Any cricket fans in the house? Cheer if you're a cricket fan. Right. I'm going to ask a different version of that question, but I'm sure I'm going to get the biggest cheer of the evening. Any RCB fans in the house? See, that's what I was expecting. I'm a huge RCB fan myself, but my mom wouldn't let me watch the game late into the night. So I had a 2G enabled keypad mobile phone where I used to check the score. But by the time I hit refresh in the 19th over, the game was already done. But of course, if you are an RCB fan, you would not have to wait till the 19th over to know the result of the game. You'll know it after the first innings. Well, a lot has changed in these 12 years. Not with respect to RCB. A lot has changed the way we see these games and immerse ourselves. Now you get to watch these cricket games in VR at 360 degrees, multiple camera angles, multiple languages, with almost no delay. And yes, the technology that I'm working here at Cisco, is enabling the broadcaster to do this. Technology is changing at a rapid pace, and it is important to keep upskilling ourselves. One of the key pillars of upskilling at Cisco is mentorship. With the programs like ION and ETC Guide, you'll be assigned to a mentor who will become your trusted partner. They'll share their knowledge and expertise with you to help you navigate the corporate landscape with confidence. Cisco also understands that importance of continuous learning. That is why we provide access to some of the in-house resources like L&D, CX Academy, and CPX Academy. These platforms have comprehensive trainings tailored to your specific roles and responsibilities within the organization. However, Cisco does not stop there. We understand that education is a lifelong journey. That is why we provide access to some of the renowned platforms like Cisco LinkedIn Learning, O'Reilly, Udemy, Degreed, and even Masterclass. These platforms, as you would know, offer a vast library of resources that will help you acquire skills beyond your immediate job requirements. Finally, Cisco's commitment to holistic development is evident through our platform, Illuminate. these platforms put a focus on overall development of the employee. We make sure not only in the tech space, but you are well equipped 360 degrees even in your personal lives. Some of the earlier sessions covered under Illuminate were effective time management, effective communication, mindfulness, etc. So to answer Rohit's question, forget about AI replacing your jobs. With the resources at your disposal here at Cisco, you will be able to build an AI tool yourself. Over to you, Roshni. Thank you.
Thanks, Abhiram. Now, on to the most awaited segment. Have you all heard of the saying, all work and no play makes Jack a very dull boy, right? Turns out we take that saying very seriously, and that's why we have a lot of fun in Cisco. We got a lot of questions on the work culture, work-life balance in Cisco, a day in the life of a Cisco engineer, what does that look like, and a lot of other questions along those lines. Now, I think in college, right, back in college, you all have different clubs. You all have music club, dance club, theater club, sports club, technology club, and whatnot. Now, some of y'all might have an assumption that once you start working, we'll have to leave all of that behind. Extracurricular is gone. I'm going to just do a 9 to 5 and go back home. Is that what y'all think? Because that is not true at all, at least in the case of Cisco. So let me introduce Rashmi. Rashmi, why don't you take them on an adventure and tell about, life at Cisco and all the fun things that we do?
Rashmi. Hi everyone. Talking about my life at Cisco, I have been living a life of my dreams at Cisco. I joined Cisco just 2 years back as an intern, thinking corporate life would be tough. But now, as a full-time consulting engineer in professional services enterprise networking, I have realized there was not even a single day I missed my college. At Cisco, you just don't find a job, but you find a passion, something you truly believe in. Our shared purpose creates a unique culture that makes our work more meaningful. Cisco truly believes in empowering an inclusive future for all. At Cisco, I have seen what transparent culture actually means. It means you can straightforward put your ideas without any hierarchical gap. You feel valued, respected, and appreciated. Cisco is truly a unique and special place where we all feel supported and encouraged to put our ideas, inspire changes, and be our authentic self. Cisco powers my passion and helps me to lead with impact. Alien career buddies like me have opportunities to stay connected with our colleges, doing educational events for student community through programs like Discover Cisco. Discover Cisco empowers us to lead, collaborate with different functional units, and drive inclusion at scale. Cisco takes special care of its employee, and they have shown us in multiple ways. We have especially Cisco Day for Me, where it helps to prevent burnouts. At Cisco, we have various networking sessions, career counseling, career roadshows, personal and professional development programs, well-being sessions, and whatnot. Surely, that makes Cisco world's best place to work in dozens of companies because of our conscious culture and work-life balance. Our work environment is especially structured to put employee and its needs at first. We come to office when we want to collaborate and not just to show faces. Talking about how my typical week at Cisco looks like, I start my day with going to gym with the professional trainers because Cisco specially clears for its employee. We have an in-campus gym at Cisco. Then I go to cafeteria for some amazing food. Then we have different structured floors in Cisco, ranging from Asian theme to modern themes. At Cisco, we have massage chairs nap room, and in between, I break out for different games, pool, table tennis, etc. You name a game, we have it at Cisco. That's the beauty of our campus. We also have a box office at Cisco. Can you believe it? Yeah, you can actually work from anywhere at Cisco. As Roshni mentioned, we also have different types of clubs at Cisco. A book reading club, Toastmaster club, and our in-house music social brand. Towards the end of the week, we have Friday socials, where we all sing, dance together, and rewind, going towards the weekend. We have employee resources ERO organizations to help employees feel connected and supported. To talk more on EROs, I have someone with me who leads one of the ERO at Cisco. Nikhil, over to you.
Thank you, Rashmi. And that was pretty much a day of most of our lives at Cisco. Good afternoon, everyone, for those in the room as well as who joined us virtually. I'm Nikhil, and one small difference between me and most of the speakers, I'm not an engineer. You might be wondering, what is a non-engineer doing here? And I'm again going to talk about the inclusiveness of Cisco. So it's not just our recruitment that we spoke about that's inclusive. So Rashmi mentioned a term ERO. So what is an ERO? ERO are employee resource organizations, and we have about 17 active EROs in India. We have Adult Caregivers Network, we have the Pride Group, we have ICON, we have a special group that focuses on disabled connected awareness. We have Special Children's Network. You have all of that. And what do we all do? And one thing that we must talk about today, which I'm the co-lead of, is ETC, which is Emerging Talent at Cisco. So at ETC, which is primarily an ERO meant for you, we have all members who are early in career, fresh out of college, trying to understand, okay, wait, what's going on in this corporate? 12,000 people in one campus. People talking jargons, abbreviations. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I was there too at some point in time, especially from a non-engineering background. ETC helped me out, and how at that? I started off as a participant, just go, sit in the seat there, watch what's happening. Leaders come and talk, candid conversations, 25, 30 years of their experience, served to you in 25, 30 minutes of a session. Ask them questions that are on your mind. Workshops. You want to know about Bitcoin, crypto, Web 3.0, you want to know about AI, all the education that's needed apart from what you're doing in your core roles. As Rashmi mentioned, you get to be the brand. Go around, be the bridge between the campus ambassadors and Cisco itself. The core idea behind ETC is being the bridge between your college and the career. So we aim to make this whole transition seamless, because who wouldn't miss college life once you're out of there? While we are at all of that, we love having some fun. So we connect employees through socials, through networking events, where if you're in the security business group, you want to meet with other engineers across all groups, we have events for that as well. But one of the most important pillars of our EROs and Cisco itself is the giving back aspect of it. We do a lot of giving back. This is where I'd like to talk about my colleague Nandini. So last week I was just going through Instagram and I saw some amazing picturesque images. And I was wondering, okay, this is a great weekend. Which place is she at? It was a remote village. I thought it was an amazing trip that she was having with her friends. And that's when I got to know she was on a giving back event. So over to Nandini to talk more about giving back and CSR at Cisco.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. Good evening, everyone. A little bit loud. Good evening, everyone. So you must be preparing for your interviews and placement, right? No? How much? Okay, so whenever you are looking for a company to work in, what are the top 3 or 4 things that you usually look? A handsome salary? No? Can I get a little bit loud sound? A good work culture? What else? Okay, so I will tell you my story. So when I was looking for a company to work, of course I was looking for a good salary. I was looking for a good job profile. But apart from it, I was also looking for something where my values are realized and supported. And that's something I found here at Cisco. So that's why I'm standing in front of you giving you the pre-placement talk. So I will be talking about CSR. If you guys know about it, well and good. If you guys do not know about it, hear me out. CSR stands for Corporate Social Responsibility, and it refers to the voluntary actions and initiatives taken by the multinational companies, such as Cisco, to help the person in need. So while a concept of CSR has got so much traction in recent years, it is very important to understand why usually do we do it, why we invest our time, efforts, energy in doing these initiatives. So first of all, CSR allows us to fulfill our ethical responsibilities. As a corporate citizen, it is our responsibility and duty to help the person in need, to provide a positive impact to the society, environment, and nature. By engaging in these activities, like Nikhil told you, we acknowledge that our actions have a profound impact on the society, on the nature, on the people around us. So I will just take you back to some time, and I will be telling you one of the experience that I had in CSR. We went to the village, we distributed food packets to the people who were really in need of it. We distributed sanitary napkins and hygiene kits to the women out there in the village. We also distributed stationery kits, bags, books, pencils to the people who really want to study, but they were not able to because of the financial crisis or any other reason. You know, when I gave those stuff to the people, the smiles that lit up on their faces were truly amazing. I really can't express that in the words, but the moment was really remarkable. CSR is all about this. We help people in need. We work with people who really need our help. We work to make the moments great, and we work to make moments that have a long-lasting impact. So what CSR is doing, what Cisco is doing for CSR, as you can see on this slide, right? We have positively impacted around 848 million people. Can you imagine how big this number is? 89% of the energy that we are using comes from the renewable resource. Because of the climatic condition, we are seeing so many troubles in everything. $11 million we have funded to the society where we can work for the climatic solutions. Isn't it great? And also, it would not have been possible to work on so many things without Cisco. Because as a Cisco, it encourages its employee to take extra time off and work on the issues that you are really passionate about. Apart from your paid leaves, you will get 10 extra days, that is known as time to give, where you can just go and work on the situations that you want to work with. You know, right? True success doesn't only lies in the profit that we are making as a company, but also the impact that we are creating as a company. So thank you, and over to you, Rajni.
Thanks, Nandini. In fact, it's not just the stories that Nandini mentioned. You meet any Cisco employee, you get to hear a lot of wholesome stories. I think it's almost safe to say that CSR is in our DNA. Okay, then moving on. When you guys joined Cisco, right, you all would join as interns. And I joined as an intern too. But I joined in 2020, which means I'm a pandemic baby. But let me not take you through whatever happened in 2020. Yes, it was very unexpected, unprecedented times and whatnot, right? But enough about me. It's not about me, right? It's about a special person that we have right here who's here to share her experience. Now, future interns, meet our current intern, Shivangi.
Hi everyone, my name is Shubhangi Tiwari and I'm currently working as a software engineering intern at Cisco. When I was coming here for my summer internship, I didn't know what to expect. But life at Cisco has been absolutely amazing and way beyond anything I could have imagined. Cisco was the perfect entrance into the corporate world. Easy, exciting, and exceptionally educational. Cisco has taken such good care of us since the very beginning. The onboarding process was grand, incredibly fun, and so smooth. Took away all my first day nervousness, replacing it with more excitement and anticipation. The learning opportunities at Cisco are so vast, I would get lost. As and when the days progressed, I was like Alice in Wonderland, awestruck with the products, the technology, and I still am every single day. The connections you make, the networks you become a part of, teach you so much more, not just about technology, but about life. Everyone here is extremely friendly and approachable. I find it very easy to communicate with my manager and my fellow colleagues. At Cisco, everyone has a voice and everyone is valued. Even as just an intern, I have felt that since day one. Now talking about the tech part, I work in the security business group, Firepower Dev Department, which deals with firewalls, and I absolutely love it. In the course of my internship, I have gotten the chance to learn and deal with several tech stacks like Java, Python, Go, React, Perl, Elasticsearch, Grafana, and so much more I would have thought possible in this duration. I also got the opportunity to work with and understand quite a few Cisco products, expanding my technical knowledge and deepening my curiosity about the company's massive technological infrastructure and innovations. However, if you're working as a technical intern, you know you're going to face errors on a daily basis, bugs that are just not going to go away. When me and my fellow interns are faced with such brash bugs, we always find ourselves at the nearest gaming zones. Like Rashmi mentioned, there are a lot of recreational activities at Cisco. We always come back with more energy and adrenaline rushes ready to get that code working. Apart from all the regular activities at Cisco, there are a lot of intern-specific extracurriculars that are going on. There's never been a dull day at this office. There's always something happening like social media contests, intern ambassador programs, art gallery competitions, marathons, and so much more. One rainy Thursday morning, I came into office, participated in an intern trivia contest, and by 11 a.m., I had gift vouchers worth $50. We even had an intern's talent show where I got to showcase my talent of dancing, something I never thought I would at my workplace, and I even ended up winning. To be able to pursue your hobbies, your passion, and showcase them at your workplace even, is the most ideal work culture for someone like me who wants the perfect work-life balance, and that's what Cisco has to offer. Some departments even have an Intern of the Month program, and you will want to participate in all of these events and collect intern reward points, which wins you free Cisco swags. We recently even had our intern extravaganza event, which was such a beautiful celebration for all of us interns. Fun Friday social events at Cisco give us a chance to network with interns all over the world, connect with people globally, take part in discussions and competitions together. Jamming, vibing with your friends at Fun Friday socials at the chai point is such a great start to the weekend. The work culture I see here, and I'm being completely honest with you guys, is so comfortable and so flexible. Freedom in the way that you want to work just makes you more efficient. And that's what happens at Cisco. Like I said, I've had an amazing experience. And I truly love coming to office every day and working. Don't you want to feel the same way at your workplace? At Cisco, believe me, you always will. That was my journey, and we can't wait for you to start yours. Hoping to see you guys at the foosball tables very soon. Handing it back to Roshni now.
Thanks, Shubhangi. Now, let's talk about the benefits of working in a corporate world. Now, while you say hello to the sweet taste of financial independence, it's not just that. There are so many other benefits of working in Cisco. You know, the slide you see right here really doesn't do enough justice to it, but here are some of the points that may be of your interest. Let me talk about something called as critical time off. Now, God forbid, let's say there's an emergency situation, the employee can take as much time off, deal with whatever crisis it is that it is going on, and he can come back once everything's fine. We also have birthday time off. Now, this and critical time off is not the same as your sick leaves or annual leaves. This is something different. And you don't have to lie into your manager telling, I'm not well, but you secretly go celebrate your birthday. You don't really have to do that because you actually get a birthday time off. And you also get time to give, like Nandini mentioned, right? You get about 10 days to do community service. Now, something that I would love to mention is the medical benefit plan we have in terms of health insurance. Now, this health insurance is not just for the employees, but it is for the dependents as well. Now, right now, your dependents could be your parents. In the future, it could be the spouses, children, in-laws, anybody, right? A base plan of about 6 lakhs is available, and top-ups are available as well, but more on that once you join Cisco. Now, one more thing that most of y'all would be interested about is the master's program. How does Cisco, support master's program? So we have tie-up with a couple of universities, and you can pursue your master's while still working with us. Now, let's say you want to pursue your master's in different universities apart from these tie-up universities. You can do that as well by discussing with the management, but more on that when you join Cisco again. Now that brings us to the end of today's session. That brings us to the end of presentation. If you have any further questions, do reach out to the ETR team, do reach out to your placement cells. But if you're wondering what next, right? What next? You understood what Cisco is, what we do, the technologies, the roles, and all of those things. But what next? So we will have something called as a Cisco Day. Now, this is going to be a university-based or, let's say, an event-based session. So in this session, we'll deep dive on different roles and responsibilities, on the business roles, all of those things. And we'll also touch upon the compensation details because I'm pretty sure like half of y'all here, or maybe most of y'all might be wondering about that. So this will be covered during that session. And we'll also try and answer more of your questions. If you have anything further, we'll take it up during this session. Now, before we wrap up, guys, I want you all to, look at these amazing people. Now, before they play the video, I want to tell you that these are the set of people who've been working super hard for the last 2 months in putting this whole session together. And these are the people who are either Gen Z, like all of you, or they at least feel Gen Z. So let's have a look at the video, guys. Okay, I know we had a round of applause for this bunch, but can we have another round of applause because a lot of hard work has gone behind this. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so we have officially arrived at the end of this session. So before I, sort of wrap it up, I want to leave you all with the thought that placement is not about luck. Luck is when, opportunity meets preparation. I needed to prepare that one more time, but placement is not about luck, but luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And I need y'all to remember that because this is an amazing opportunity and all of y'all can be here with us. And I cannot wait to see a lot of you here working here in Cisco with us. Thank you so much for joining, guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.